and one of the things that in writing these plays that I had in the back of my mind is I have, I think, a dearth of female characters in my fiction. And in my short stories, I have quite a few characters. But in my long novels, I've basically focused on males and male things. And I think with novels where you can do a lot of the things, you can describe things, you can condense things. I can condense 1,500 years in a paragraph or two. A lot of these things have been about male things: violence, action, power, the moment, history. These are male things. But in drama, in the play, these small moments, I find, at least emotionally and intellectually, I'm drawn more to the female characters. So you're going to be seeing a whole plenum of female characters in however many plays I do, 25, 30, 40, that are going to be some of the roles of a lifetime that actresses will lust for because they haven't been done before. And I did it with the first play. I think Megan and Valerie are killer characters for females. Aunt Darla is a character to die for an older actress in the second play. Gina and Ella are two good female characters, and in here the female characters are totally dominant. So I said, let me have three characters. Let me make them black and female, but I didn't want to really make race, even though there's a few mentions here of their being black. These characters are basically Oreos. They're upper class black characters in upstate New York, basically across Lake Ontario from Toronto, in the Rochester, Syracuse area. The mother is a woman who is the first black graduate and then later headmistress and I guess president of this all-girls boarding school type thing. It's never specifically stated. And she, in the present of the play of 2017, she's just died. It turns out she's died almost at the exact same time that Seamus Fitzgerald in the first play has died, because there's a scene in Exteriors where Danny Wagner calls the oldest daughter of the woman who dies his former lover, whose name is Cassie, and it turns out that he's calling her in this play right before he mentions he's going to call Megan later. So the scene at the end of the first play where Danny calls Megan takes place chronologically in that universe right after he's made the call in this fourth play. So that's something too. It's one of these little kind of tidbits that it's not going to make any difference if no one's seen that, if they're only watching this play for the first time. But it's something that within the universe, again, gives structure and cohesion.